Hello, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. My name's Harry James. If you want to get to the Super Bowl, you have to start in college. If you want to get to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl in the NFL, you better start with a pretty good college atmosphere. The University of Oklahoma has a great one. And their newest rankings, 13th as far as Rivals.com. 13th Rivals, 15th ESPN. We'll preview all of it, plus a couple of walk-on quarterbacks. All that, transfers, so much more, all coming to Oklahoma. This is the Recruiting 2021 Report. Don't go away. Talked about, the Sooners 2021 recruiting class is ranked 13th by Rivals and 15th by the ESPN analysts. The Rivals people have the Sooners ranked players starting at 3 5-stars, 8 4-stars, and just 5 3-stars. ESPN, though, 0 5ers, but 10 4-stars and 6 3-star recruits. The ESPN does have, though, 9 ESPN Top 100, and does not include the ESPN JUCO rank. They have 1 ranked in the top 300, and there are 16 ranked players from the staffs. The ranked quarterback in the staff, Caleb Williams. He's 6'2", 210 out of Washington, D.C. The Sooners also have 2 more walk-on quarterbacks and a transfer quarterback to add to the QB room. First, the transfer quarterback, Micaiah Bowens. He's 6'5", $195. He'll be a freshman sophomore from Penn State, is where he's transferred in from. And these next 2 quarterbacks will be true freshman quarterbacks. We'll start out of the state of Texas. Lucas, Texas. Ralph Rucker, 6 foot, 200 pounds out of Lucas, Texas. And the local product. The walk-on will be the walk-on product. True freshman will be Ben Harris, 6 foot, $195 from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you have not seen this kid in high school, he was pretty good. I believe Carl Albert High School. all 4 freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or at least the sophomore, junior, senior state champs. He was the quarterback. So he comes in with a lot of hype. Guys, don't overlook him. DeMarco Murray and the running backs, they don't have any recruiting newbies coming in. They do have a transfer portal newbie coming in. He'll be a sophomore or junior, and he's he is Eric Gray. He's 5'10", a $105, and he comes in from the University of Tennessee and Vol Nation, VOL, not Volt, Vol Nation. He's only one of a couple, though, from Volunteer Country. Next, wide receivers, and there are no transfers here, baby. All superstar wide receivers. What else would you expect from Lincoln Riley and company? Well, they'll add these guys to the ones they already have on campus. Wide receiver from Maryland, Lutheran, Maryland, Jalil Farouk, 6'1", 200 pounds. They also got a local kid out of Richmond, Texas. That's Cody Jackson. He's 6'1", 175, like we said, out of Richmond, Texas. And they reach deep in the heart of Texas, deep in the SEC country. Mario Williams, 5'10", $165, and he is from Tampa, Florida. Tight ends, they don't need a lot of tight end, H-back, wide receiver types. They got plenty of those guys on campus. So we'll skip those and we'll go straight to the big hog mollies that's going to help the offensive line and Bill Beanball get those guys back where they want to be, and helping them do that, 2 newbies as far as recruits. That's Savion Byrd and Callum Montgomery. Savion Byrd, 6'5", 295 out of Denton, Texas. And Colin Montgomery, 6'3", 315 out of Pearland, Texas. And 2 newbies out of the transfer portal. Robert Cangel, 6'3", 315 out of Arizona. He'll be a senior. He's from Arizona. He also played some at Texas A&M. So he's played in SEC country, he's played in the Pac-12, and now he's going to come play in the Big 12. Also out of the SEC and Tennessee, Waylon Wanya Morris, 6'3", 320. So he'll be a sophomore, junior out of Tennessee. No, not the Boys to Men Wanya Morris, but Oklahoma's Wanya Morris is, like we said, out of Tennessee, is a transfer from Tennessee. And he will be a sophomore or a junior next year, depending on the classification. So that's it for the offense. Now we'll jump to the big defense. Well, those guys on the defensive line did a great job this year, and you know what? What better way to do that than to add depth? And they will add depth. That number one, the one junior college, ranked 300 junior college player of the year, that is Isaiah Coe. He's 6'3", 305. He's from Iowa Wesleyan Community College. Now these other guys will be freshmen on campus. Ethan Downs out of Weatherford, 6'4", 240. Out of Weatherford, the local product. They also went to each East Coast and West Coast. The West Coast team, East Coast. Kevin Gilliam, 6'3", 250 from Richmond, Virginia. They also jumped to the other coast to Portland, Oregon, and got NRK, that's Nathan Rollins Kabanji. He's 6'7", 240. Portland, Oregon. Guys, this guy has only played 1 year of high school football. Because, of course, his senior year was kicked out because of the COVID issues. So he might need a little time to kind of get ready to go. And you know what? They've got time because they brought in a transfer portal senior to make sure that that when NRK is ready, he is ready. The junior college transfer portal quarterback defensive lineman that I'm talking about, Big Cat Bryant, 6'5", 250 from Auburn. Senior. This thing is good to go, is from what I understand. That's why I have him on the recruiting report. Everything's done except for the dotted line, and that's just the that's up to OU now. The compliance department, academics, all that stuff. But from what I understand, everything is done, signed, sealed, and delivered, except for that. So there's that going on. So you jump from the front line to the middle line and the linebackers, and they are coming in a plethora there too. From Texas to Florida to local products. We'll start in Texas. Queen City, Texas, in fact. 6'4", 220, Clayton Smith. This guy is a true freshman. I guess only two linebackers. Sorry, guys, only two linebackers. The defensive backs are what's coming in a plethora. The other linebacker, Danny Stutzman, 6'5", 215, out of Windermere, Florida. This guy is a stud, and he's ready to go, guys. This guy is super athletic. The rest of these guys, there are plenty of them too, from Texas, transfer portal, Oklahoma City, a local product. We'll start with the Texas kids. Damon Harmon, not Damian Harmon, but Damon Harmon, 6'1", 178, out of Richmond, Texas. I don't believe there's any relation to the OU point guard Damian Harmon, but Damon Harmon is going to be on OU. He's from Richmond, Texas. As is this kid, Latrell McCutcheon, 6'1", $176, out of Austin, Texas. Who does this guy remind you of? Derek Strait. Remember him, guys? From way back in the day, from my time at OU, from Austin, Texas. And then, like we said, there's a local product in here, too. He's the tall one. Tall drink of water for this kid. 6'4", $192, Midwest City, Oklahoma. Jordan Mukes, come get some. He'll be a true freshman. They also have a transfer portal player coming in. K. Lawrence, 6'2", 200 pounds, University of Tennessee, and freshman, sophomore for him also. One final player to talk about, true freshman player that's going to be coming in. Now, this guy can either play wide receiver or DB. He can play both. I heard on Alex Grinch, that is, his press conference, Billy Bowman will be at least starting, from what I understand, on his side of the ball with Alex Grinch and company. He's 5'10", so he's kind of short, but he's a good player. He's 5'10", 200 pounds. Billy Bowman out of Denton, Texas. All right, guys, that will wrap up the recruiting report for us here. You know what to do. If you want more of this stuff, football stuff, tons of football stuff, Patreon has you covered. Well, not really Patreon. It's the Inside OU podcast that is on Patreon. There you can find my OU buddies, Keegan Renault and Brady Trentham. They will bring you all the know that you need to know. Brady's more of a guy like me. He's a football fan. He's an OU football fan. Has been, always will be. True and blue to OU. And Keegan Renault does a lot of the film review. So he'll do film reviews. They also interview, football season at least, they do interviews with local media. So you can catch that all on the Patreon portion of their podcast. That's for $4. But if you want Keegan to kind of walk you through the game, walk you through the game plan, do some video reviews for you, kind of like what the coaches have the All 22. Keegan goes through and studies that for the Sooners, upcoming opponent, and for the Sooners. You can get all that for $5 a month, people. That's not very expensive. Go help them out. They're doing what they have to do through the pandemic. I know I am. So go help them do what they need to do through the pandemic. Plus, get some great insight on all sorts of OU football news. All right, guys, you know what to do for the rest of this, right? My name's Harry James. You can catch us on all my other value videos. Basketball, football, all of it. On the YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also, Facebook, Harry James Taylor. Or on the Twitter box, at Hypeman Harry. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. See y'all for the OU football schedule breakdown. It's coming up in a couple months. Peace out, Boomer Sooner.